What is going on, guys? Welcome back to a Go Runner Talks Tuesday. And it's a Tuesday, so that's good. Today we're going to talk about Rocky Raccoon, everything that I went over there and did over there. We're going to talk about my training. Am I back to training yet? And we'll talk about other stuff. You guys ask me some questions. And of course, we'll get to the question of the day. So let's get this one going. That was the wrong one. All right, so we are on a Go Corner Talks Tuesday. These headphones they're connected, they're off, but they're still connected to my computer. So it was weird trying to turn them off. Anyway, just got back from Rocky Raccoon. Let's make this a little bigger. Just got back from Rocky Raccoon over in Huntsville, Texas. That's where I was born. If y'all didn't know, I'm a Texas boy. Everything's bigger in Texas. That is why I'm the biggest in my family. That's why I am a bigger runner too, because I was born in Texas. But we'll talk all about that. And let's go ahead and get to the question of the day. And since I was seeing a lot of people pace over there, the question of the day is: have you ever paced a friend for a race, and what race was that? So I have paced some people like Tony Morellis. If you watched my Rocky Raccoon 100 2015, 2016, I don't know. That wasn't mine. It was actually Tony's race. So that was pretty much the first film that I did where I filmed somebody else's race and didn't film my own. And that one went pretty well. Like, it was people up to this day, if Tony goes to Rocky Raccoon, they will go up to him and be like, "Hey, Tony, what's going on?" Like, they recognize Tony when he's there. And of course, I get recognized over at Rocky Raccoon as well. We'll talk about that just because I've done it so many times. But yeah, let me know in the comments. Have you ever paced a friend for a race, and what race was it? Let me know in the comments. And of course, if you have any questions for me, you guys can go ahead and leave them down below. So we'll talk about Rocky Raccoon, but first we'll talk about, am I back to training? And I'm close. I'm close. In Rocky Raccoon, I did quite a bit of walking. I probably, walked not quite 100K or 100 miles, but I did go and do a good amount of miles out there. I did do. Let me just make sure everything's correct. Audio. Yep. Okay. So I did do a good amount of miles out there. Just walking. I got my bike. I had my electric bike out there. So I did a good amount of miles. I actually brought my electric bike over there because I filmed the race. So I wasn't planning. I was planning on doing the 100K. Like, just like, I feel pretty good. Like, I could walk. I don't think I could run. And I tried to downgrade to the 100K, but they told me that it was full and I couldn't do it. So I guess that was a blessing in disguise that I wasn't able to do the 100K. So I decided to just go out there, and I had a bunch of friends doing it. My friend Haley, she was doing the 100 miler. She DNF'd with me last year as well, and she was doing it this time. So I asked her if I could film some of her race, and I had some other friends doing it. I had Troy. He was doing his first 100 miler, and he's been going through some injuries. So I felt like that was a good story. I had, everybody who was in my tent, basically the Beaumont people, the people from Beaumont. That's who I filmed. I had my friend Sandy. She DNF'd as well for the 100K, and she was trying to do it again this year. I had Javier. He is doing his third 100 miler, and he's just getting faster and faster. He's a young kid, and he's able to go as many miles as he wants. So I filmed him, and then Brent. Brent is a Western States, runner. He's ran and finished Western States. He's done Rocky Raccoon 9 times. So next year will be his 10th Rocky Raccoon 100. And his story was really interesting too, but we'll all see that in the video. If you haven't seen the trailer yet, I posted that up. I might do another trailer because that was just a quick trailer just to get it out there. But I'll definitely do another trailer before I get into editing. I was like messing with my GoPro because I had my GoPro. It wasn't this one. This is a 5. I have a 12. But I was like messing with the memory card over here actually, and I was trying to take it out. I took it out, and then I let it go and it launched. So the memory card is somewhere here. So I need to like be careful where I step, or else that memory card is going to be ruined. That was pretty much the behind the scenes footage that I took for you, because I took that on my GoPro. I didn't take it all the way, so I'll see how to tell that story. But uh, I lost that memory card. It's somewhere around. I just don't know where I launched it. So that's gone. Let's get to the comments. Comments is Steve 76 says, curious how races break even. What are the major expenses? Security, medals, giveaway shirts, porta potties, chip timing, etc., etc. Yeah, so if you guys don't know, I am a race director for my races, and things get expensive. Like cops, you have to pay them a minimum of 4 hours, and it depends on the municipality, if it's $50 an hour or $40 an hour. So usually it's about $50 an hour. So at least $200 per cop. And if you have an intersection at a race, that's $200 per intersection. So if you have, 10 intersections, that's already $2,000. So yeah, it gets expensive. So and also there's these new tariffs coming up. So who knows what's gonna happen with that, and how that's gonna affect the bottom line for shirts and everything. Because the major expenses, is that what they asked? Yeah, major expenses, security. Yeah, security for sure. The police, medals. Those medals. Everybody wants them now, so that's a pretty good chunk of change too. He said, give away the shirts. Yep, that's going to be a huge expense. Porta potties, not so much a huge expense, but it is an expense. Not as bad as the shirts, because shirts you're going to spend $10,000, $12,000, $15,000, $20,000, depending on the size of your race. So shirts usually average anywhere from cheap end, if you can find them, which we did, but now he's raised his prices, so it was fun while it lasted for those two races. It was $5. Now he's quoting us closer to $7 a race shirt, so that gets expensive. Medals also. And also, if you the problem with medals and shirts is you have to order that way before the time of the race, so you have to estimate how many runners you have are going to get for race day. So it gets crazy. Chip timing, and also, what really helps you with those expenses is advertisers. So if you have sponsors, you can get your money back from there. Like they could sponsor, nutrition. They could sponsor race shirts, sponsor different things. Also, if you get grants from the city, cities love to put heads in beds, like heads in the hotel rooms, so you can apply for grants there. And it depends on the city how much you're going to get. And a lot of that, some cities allow you to use it for anything you want, and you'll get your money back. Other cities require you to uh, use it only for advertising. So for one of our races, it's only for advertising. So that's how you get your money back. But the more runners you get, the better, the more profit you make, really. So that's why, if you're watching anything I do with Three Bros Running Company, I'm really seriously marketing everything that we're doing over there to make sure we get as many runners as possible, so that this could be a profitable thing for me and a good race for everybody, because we want everybody to have everything. Like Seabrook Lucky Trails, you're getting a shirt, you're getting a hat, you're getting socks, you're getting a freaking buffet at the end of your race too. That's all expensive. This race is the first race that we're putting on that's this size. So we'll see how much our bottom line is at the end of the day. Yeah, good question. Scott Lapointe says trailer looks good. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, I told you I got those people. Some people they want to be on big camera. Some people don't. I offer my services just because I want to tell a good story, and I don't think people realize how expensive it would for them to have a videographer film their race. Like I filmed a race for somebody else, and I charged them $2,000. So me being there pretty much 30 plus hours, and I'm charging 2,000. That's pretty cheap, actually. I should charge more, but you the not not to be like a full of myself or whatever, but they should be grateful that I want to film the race. So I asked people, and I know a ton of people ask me too. Like I get DMs all the time. How much? Could you film my race? Could you pace me? Could you do this? Could you do that? Uh, and I'll tell them no because, or I'll tell them my price, and then they'll really say no because I think they're expecting me to say $200 for me to film your whole race, and I'm like, no, I am not gonna. Especially if I don't know you and you're a stranger. I don't care how good your story is. I am not gonna go out there and film somebody else's race if it's got to be worth my time. So I do this for the love of running too. So I wanted to go out to Rocky. I couldn't go to Rocky this year because of my injury, but I just still wanted to tell a story of Rocky, and I had my friends doing it. So that's even more. That's even more of a reason to go out there to support them. One, and also while I'm out there, my way of supporting is to tell a great story, and I'm excited to see what happens. I got to find that memory card that launched out of the way. Carlos Bustamante says, Goku, saw you at Rocky. That was a rough 100, not compared to last year, but for me personally, yeah. Uh, Rocky Raccoon this year was dry for the most part. I mean, there were some muddy parts from what I hear, but it was a course that was very, very runnable. So compared to last year, where you were slowing down and you had to slow down because of the mud, because of the water, because of the clay, all of that made you slow down. Your times, everybody's times were slower. But this year, people can run the race, and that race has a ton of routes. Like there's routes everywhere. So there was a lot of injuries. There's people falling down. A lot of the pacers you'll see in the video, they fell down multiple times. Some people fell down really bad. So all those routes in a runnable course really makes it tough. I would have loved to run it this year. The conditions were 40, probably, yeah, about 30, 39 probably to 40 at the beginning, and then it got pretty toasty at the middle, about around 70, 75. But then it cooled down again at night, which I'm telling you, I would have thrived in those conditions compared to last year, where it was a muddy mess, where you had to slow down, where it was just it was a tougher race. If I cannot. Some people, I heard some people say that this year it was tougher than last year, which makes no sense whatsoever to me, because if you have to deal with mud and water and then a dry, perfect course, there's a reason why Rocky Raccoon is known for record-breaking 100 milers. Is because the course is a great course to run, and I would have loved to run it, and it hurt me personally not to be out there running. Carlos, how did you do? Did you finish your race, Carlos? How did you? Let me know. He says it was a rough 100, but I feel like you finished it, Carlos. Uh, but but what was I saying? I was saying, yeah, Rocky Raccoon. It was a great race. I went out there and decided to just be at different spots. So Carlos says he finished. Congrats to Carlos. Everybody in the comments, tell Carlos congrats. He finished in 29:49. I wonder if I got you on video. Oh, I may have not. I may no 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 yeah. I don't think so. I may have. Did I get you on video, Carlos? Did I get you on a finish line video? I'm not sure. Chris Titan says, "Man, it was a beautiful day. Bad case of FOMO. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's such like people kept going up to me when they saw me. They were like, hey, aren't you supposed to be here running it with me right now? You should be out here running it." I'm like, yes, I know. I wish I could. They're like, why aren't you running it? I had so many questions. People were asking me as they were running the race, asking me why I'm not there with them. But my ankle is just not up for 100 miles, and I really wish I was out there. I had such big FOMO seeing everybody. I know that course well. I ran the 50K out there. I ran the 50 miler out there. I've ran the 100K out there. I filmed that race multiple times. So I knew exactly where to be at different spots. But it was cool to see all you guys out there, like Carlos, killing it out on the course. I met a few other subscribers out there There's also a big like ultra runner, Instagrammer, ultra runner, Andy Glaze. He was out there doing his thing. Apparently, he got hurt after and DNF after mile 40 because of some quad issues. But man, if I thought I was like famous out there at Rocky Raccoon, I am like here, like this amount of like fame where people are like, "Hey, Goku, what's going on?" Andy was like up here. It was like amazing to me to see everybody stop in the middle of the races and get a selfie with him. They're like, "Let's get a selfie, let's get a selfie." So that was cool. But I just enjoyed being out there and cheering everybody on. And if I couldn't be out there running, I wanted to be out there cheering everybody. And I got probably about 45 minutes of sleep. So yeah, Andrew Glaze. uh, I got about 45 minutes of sleep out there. So I didn't sleep that much because I wanted to film the race and be out there. And it was cold, like at night it got super cold. Anna and I did end up going to the truck for a little bit, and I slept for about 45 minutes, and then I went back out. But I kept on trying to go everywhere, and if I'm on an e-bike going down a hill with the wind chill factor, my hands are frozen, my ears are frozen. So I did get a good amount of exercise in, so that's why I'm thinking that I might be ready to start running again. But every once in a while, where I'll turn my ankle a different way or bend it somehow, I'll feel it. So I'm not quite there. Um, Carlos says we talked for a bit out there. Cool, cool. Carlos, we talked about. See, I just can't see. I can't see your face. Were you the one? Oh no, no. There was one guy who recognized me. He was doing his 100K, and I saw him a few times, and then I saw him at the end of his loops, and I was and he was like, what's your channel? He's asked me what was my channel, and I was like, it's the Goku Runner channel. And he's like, Jeremy? I'm like, yes, it's me. How you doing? You're doing great. Keep up the good work. And then I saw him later on. He was doing his last loop. I saw him at Damnation, and he's like, you know what? When you saw me, I was going to quit, but I was like, I'm not quitting after, I don't know if it was after meeting me or my motivation, but he kept going and he finished his 100K. So that's awesome that I was able to. I don't know if I played a part, maybe not, but I was there to cheer him on and help him finish his race. So that's pretty cool. Scott Lapointe says, great job, Carlos. Congrats. And he also says Andrew Glaze is awesome, but no Goku. Yeah. Hey, I give Andy his flowers too. I know I'm not as big as he is, but it's cool to see everybody thrive in this thing, and I'm happy where Goku is in this world of social media and YouTubers and Instagrammers. Maybe I just need to pick up my Instagram game, because Instagram is a place where I'm not that big over there. Carlos Bustamante says, yeah, I saw you late at night. Cool, 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 cool. Um, yeah. So what else do I have to say about Rocky Raccoon? Yeah, Rocky Raccoon was a fun time, and made me want to do it even more for 2026. People keep asking me like, which race am I going to do for my 100 mile? I know Scott, he sent me some information on the race in Ohio, and I might do that, and I might do a 100 mile before Rocky Raccoon, but I definitely will be back at Rocky Raccoon to get that my redemption to complete. I've done every distance out there. I've done 50K, 50 miler, 100K. I'm just missing that 100 miler at Rocky Raccoon. So if I do another 100 miler before that, and the motivation is high right now to do that, uh, uh, I'll definitely be back for Rocky Raccoon, even if I do another 100 miler. What was it? I had another thought. Oh yeah, during the race, like there was some pacing that the people might have needed, like Haley. She said she wouldn't turn down a pacer from miles 50 to 60 if there was one available. And I thought about it hard. Like I was like, man, I want to be out there running. But miles 50 50 to 60s, I know that those miles suck. It's that back loop, and there's a lot of routes, especially from miles the last half of that loop. There's a lot of roots, and I did step on some roots while I was filming, and I felt my ankle, and um, that's why I was like, it's probably better for me for to not do it. And plus, Anna was there, and she would have killed me if I would have went out there and paced somebody for their 100K. Um, yeah, but Rocky Raccoon, the footage should be out. I don't know when. It's like I said, I need to find that memory card. I'll probably put out my behind the scenes footage before I put out the total video, the real video of all the runners I followed. So there'll be three videos. There'll be behind the scenes with me, with Goku, talking to the camera. There'll be the race video with the Beaumont people. Goku will not be there talking. Hopefully, I will be there. I will be in the background. I'll try it. Like, for me, I don't like it when my friends talk to me when I'm filming them, just because I want to be documenting. I don't want to be chit chatting back and forth. I only want their perspective. I don't want our conversation to be in the video, just to make it more pro. But that'll be that'll be one film, and then I have a third film because I filmed a bunch of other people. I filmed other people's running the Huntsville State Park. I filmed them doing all of that. So I'm going to have a third video of just extra footage of, people finishing like I've been doing. If you haven't seen Instagram, I've been posting a lot of finishers videos. I saw all these people on the course when I was waiting to see my people. And the funny thing was, when I was filming, and I carry my camera is, the camera I'm filming with is this camera. So, people are like, hey, can you take a picture of me? Which I put this on video mode. So it's for me to go from video mode to camera mode isn't that hard, but with the gloves on, I have to switch it over. And then I'm not a photographer. But if you do ask me to take a picture of you, like during a race or something, I will take a picture. I won't. I'm out there mainly for video, and I understand people think that this is a camera for shooting. Was that on? Yeah, that was on. Let's see if this. Yeah, the good thing about this one, it turns off automatically. But I understand people think I'm out there shooting pictures. Uh, and when I was out there waiting for my friends or to pass by, I would shoot video of people passing by. So they would like cheese it up for the camera, thinking that I'm taking pictures, and I would put it down. And then I heard some runners, they were like, I guess we weren't photogenic enough for him to take a picture of us, because they thought I was maybe the race photographer. So if you saw me out there, I was doing video, and if I didn't necessarily not mean to shoot you, but I only have so much memory card in those cameras, so I had to save it. But yeah, I'll have those three videos. Probably again, the first one will be me talking behind the scenes, and then the the uh the Rocky Raccoon 2025. I need a better name for that, and that's a good name. But this is how many runners? 5 runners I followed. Maybe I'll call it. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think a good name for this video should be. I don't know. Rocky Raccoon, the good year, Rocky Raccoon, uh, perfect conditions, Rocky Raccoon, FOMO for Goku. Anyway, all right, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. Hope you guys are checking out my podcast too. I've been putting out some podcasts. I do need some podcast people, so podcast guests. So I'll definitely reach out to some of those people that I had on that I filmed during the race, or if you ran Rocky Raccoon, Carlos, I would love to have you on the podcast and tell me your side of Rocky Raccoon 100 and how you did. Congrats to you again. Let me know. You can reach out to me at thegokurunner@gmail.com, and we'll set up a date to do a podcast. So hope you guys enjoy this one. And everyone who did Rocky Raccoon, all the volunteers, everybody who's out there, all the pacers, all their friends, all their families, y'all rock. It was great to be a part of it. And even though I couldn't run it this year, I'm glad I was out there to just take it all in and take it in a way that that builds that fire and keeps it burning up to 2026, where I'll be able to finish the race. So hope you guys enjoy this one. I'll see you guys on the next one. And yeah, peace.